Hey, healthy heroes, welcome to the regional event 2024 of Alliance LARP Gettysburg, the Tower of Power. Some call it a slobber knocker, some call it a meat grinder. This particular mod got called a 50-50 charity wave battle. We didn't know this at first, but all the monsters have 50 body and swing 50s, and it was a big joke. Minimal plot, maximum violence, repeatable combat.
Like survival is not great. I can just run out though. It doesn't close behind me until everyone's down. But this is not, just so everybody else knows, this is not my primary hunt. I'm saving for another important. I've got to kill a Knoll Lich later.
I was informed about this by other PCs who said it was a fun challenge.
Now. It sounds like a lot of great fun training. Yeah, I invited you. So I'm not tagging out.
So
now.
Nikhujo musters a handful of her strongest, froggiest training buddies and gets after it.
Here.
Her and Gebous get off to a tense start there. The character dynamic he and I have is always fun. Game respects game. But they're not necessarily friends, so... Though it is worth noting that Will and I have been friends out of game for, I don't know, a decade of training together, hanging out together. So it makes in-game tension easier to dig deeper into. The field is big, but absolutely no sneaking opportunities there. I post up on the flanking edge on the shield side at the end of the line. Taking all this in, we start chatting amongst ourselves, declaring our strategies. Gebous always off to be a floater. When Gebous isolates one, I drift off for the circling with him. I don't want to cut in within weapon range behind the front line, so I do the wide sweep around. People do start rotating quickly, so instead of staying there, I run down the entire line of backs.
10 silver, 10 silver. 20 silver, 20 silver, 20 silver, 10 silver.
I accidentally step out of bounds there, forgot about the court limits.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My apologies. When only one is left, I don't bother engaging it, because that is their hunt already. Nikhujo does not take hunts from people. Between floors of this tower, we can, as a squad, regroup and chat. We discuss a little bit about throwing alchemical gas as a bailout strategy.
Yeah, Endo said they were gassable.
Gases cost coin to make, but it's a promising idea. We heard it from someone who tried this tower before
us.
us.
I was going.
I don't really like the numbers here. I don't care how strong they are, but 50 is still pretty strong. Eh?
Yeah, no, I don't want to take any of these hits.
I don't have to be on one.
I let that front line play with their silly packet tricks. Keep an eye on the flanker.
We have a sweeper.
I announce it to be sure everyone knows.
Evade.
I have to burn a quick evade on an archer's arrow. And I gotta yell it when the sweeper goes to strike. These NPCs seems to have decided that this round is going to be more skirmishy than last round's line fight. And they get what they ask for. We have a squad of flankers. The archers and other packet throwers always make me nervous, but I sure do love sweeping around the whole field in wide circles, especially now that I get a feel for how quickly these guys drop. 50 body is not a lot of hits. They swing hard, but they drop fast. Excellent for my drive-by road work.
8 and 5 has no significance.
Oh. 8 and 8 and 7?
Nah, that's not great.
Okay.
8, 8, and 8 would be great.
Well, it's next after
We roleplay a little bit about what floor number we are in. Nikhujo is extremely superstitious and wants to conclude her training on a lucky number.
Unless the port calls 1, unless the port calls 2, unless the port calls 3.
Now in this floor, they get us a bit pinched in the corner to start. I hesitate behind some shields, seeing that a handful of the NPCs have packets.
Yeah. But also work, yeah.
So they rip out of shackles.
Okay. Do you want to, as a duo, swirl around?
I mean, I'm doing what I can. I don't think it's ideally keeping the core. Ideally, I'm wasting a line fight at this point.
Bit of verbal planning, seeing how things evolve. I soak a 50 there and use it as a moment to push in against that archer. Whenever they reload, gotta get aggressive. When he drops, I square up against one who tries to be a runner. We match each other laterally, and I don't let him get away. I extra love it when I keep up with them, and then they turn to run. I do a little jumping jack maneuver to let a packet between my legs there. Gebous moves over quick to check on Noldrick when he's down.
Healer? Yep.
And Tyrion saunters over to pick him up. My 30 points of armor means that 50 did 20 body damage to me.
I need healing. And refitting.
So Tyrion tops me off too.
20.
Activate spell 10 healing. Activate spell 10 healing.
Got it.
This floor has some swift aggression from the NPCs.
Lift the portcullis 3.
I was happy to realize they're varying their tactics on each floor. And Gebous impressively matches that energy immediately. Pure bluffing nonsense. Or it was maybe an underhand toss of an alchemical gas. He is sneaky like that too. Their aggression ends quickly because their sweeps left them a little open. It's hard to get the exact right distance and speed for that nice tangential drive-by.
10 silver, 10 silver, 10 silver, 10 silver.
How dare you? That's my game. That's a real rock.
I take a moment to be very clear that I will not be spending defensives. If we want to go more, I'm going to be asking for healing for every
I'm
hit.
not using any more skills. If I get hit, I need more healing. You're going to give me more healing?
We also clarify the tiny bit of plot that is relevant for this mod, which is that there are 50 floors in the tower total. Different groups can come in and clear out what they can, but once 50 floors are cleared, it's done. I don't realize this at first, but Will, who plays Gebous here, is out of game making some considerations about saving some fun combat and treasure for any other groups who might want to try the tower. I, on the other hand, was very fixated on immersion and her in-game goal of training to the luckiest amount possible, with her superstitious belief that 8 is the luckiest number.
And we just did 4.
It boils over a little bit later into some tense roleplay. It's great, you'll
No,
see.
I don't think they have defensive. I think they're just... Endo was calling them glass cannons.
All right, Gebous is ready to dump some coin into the alchemy now.
I love that.
I body dodge a couple packets off the bat. I instinctively spend an evade on one of them, but then I remember that I'm not going to burn my defensive, so I let myself drop when the next one hits.
Oh, got it.
Noldrick, having hung around Nikhujo a lot, apologizes for healing her.
Forgive my lack of permission.
No. I literally asked directly right before. That's why I did that.
Because he knows how easily offended she is. But she clarifies that was intentional, all is appreciated. Between floors, we do some LARP math.
60. You gave me 15 out of 72. So that's 62, 58. I'm down 58.
Okay.
Mean characters are possible. Not everyone will want to interact with you when your character is mean, which is fair. But those who do tend to be really cool about figuring out what makes the mean ones tick. I enjoy the dynamics and the developments and the tensions created by such a superstitious and easily offended character. But yeah, with Gebous throwing gas, that level was done in an instant. Some strategic talk, noting that their arrows are rough for us shieldless folks.
Yeah. I can... If I don't want to do any evading, I can stay closer to bigger shields.
So I stick behind Tyrion, doing a tighter sweep. I'm not sweeping wide across the whole field. I'll only sweep tight and in with one when he engages them. But then Tyrion starts getting a little faster, and the NPC turns to run. That was amazingly surprising and fun for Nikhujo. She was immensely disappointed that she didn't get the hit before the NPC drops. Tyrion running is unheard of. It's a special moment indeed. I see you back across the field, get a little wild with my momentum there. I've got to be aware that folks will backpedal. My mistake, and I'm sorry. Drive-by calculations, failing on my end sometimes. Again, when one is engaged priorly, I won't interrupt it. Last couple skirmishes finish up. Good work, squad.
So this is going to be the 7th one?
Yes.
I hate
More
this one.
roleplay superstitions. 7 is very unlucky.
Am I spreading out too far or am I doing good?
Just holler if you get...
More squad tactic
Five of them
talk.
went to you.
Right.
Yeah. So I wanted to give you.
Well, I mean, that's fine. I'm okay with that. While if you guys just mow down and catch up.
Yeah.
Set?
Yeah.
Holler if we're not catching up enough.
NPC, you ready?
Let's
Open
go.
the portcullis 1. I open the portcullis 2. I open the portcullis 3. 3, 2, 1. Lay on.
Oh, another NPC aggression level. They actually did a really good job forcing my position a little bit here. I have to stay really swiftly mobile to both avoid packets and get to a spot I like. I apologize for my Weird GoPro sounds. Don't know why it crinkles sometimes. But I keep running until I get openings that I like. And Tyrion runs again?
What? Who are you?
Tyrion uses an actual full sprint burst. Everyone freaks out.
Yeah, listen, it's the visual warping effect of these walls.
Oh, that must have been it.
Noldrick's A+ joke about the magical nature of the shifting tower, distorting our vision. Excellent work. Anemone was dropped, but they pick her up and top her off right away, and on we go.
All my evades. I'm still doing that thing. I'm still doing that thing.
Gebous makes a little jab at Nikhujo for her being so prissy and demanding.
What?
Milk that tension between these characters. I love that drama.
I open the portcullis 1. I open the portcullis 2. I open the portcullis 3. 3, 2, 1. Lay off.
This level begins with some long
Archer's
lobs of
strafing.
packets.
Just put a shield on that side. Okay, good.
Chucking things from backfield. I make a dumb joke about weapon blocking, like a baseball bat. Oh, so silly. You can block, unless it's a fully incanted spell. If it doesn't have a strike, you can block packets with your weapons. I see some are paralyzed by Gebous' gases. I kill one before I realize we can use it as a meat shield or an obstacle. I grab a back. I end up next to Anemone and don't have the space to sweep, but I do square up aggressively, both to take the pressure off of Anemone for her backpedal and to grab the attention and summon Tyrion in from behind to finish off the monster. Pretty neat moment of synergy between the three of us there.
Yep. I open the portcullis 1. Open the portcullis 2. I open the portcullis 3. 3, 2, 1. Lay on. Floor number 9.
8 and 1.
Bit of hesitance on the line here. Folks seem to be doing solid work. I wait for my moment.
You got a 15.
Got it.
Ten silver, 10 silver. 10 silver, 10 silver. Got the 50. I got the one on my side.
There's just one little runner left.
Oh, a little one. It's shackled?
So I do some posturing and positioning work. But they flee from me, throw themselves at Tyrion and Noldrick. Pretty low effort level there for me.
It's goo.
Got to touch base with the healers for our resources.
Got another top me off if I need though,
Yeah,
right?
Actually, I've got 220 stored.
Got to start chatting about when we want to call it quits. No one seems to be revering Nikhujo for her luck as much as she would like. No one is respecting her superstitions. She's starting to feel a little prickly about that. At the same time, I out of game know that this is a team effort, and I don't want to force my roleplay immersion onto people's decisions, especially if someone has an out of game reason for their decisions. Even if I'm slow to pick up on out of game reasons.
You don't want to go to 8 and 4? That would be luckier.
I try to not use my roleplay preferences to force an entire scene too much. I'll speak my piece and I'll make a stink about something. But because she's so judgmental and she's so easily offended, she gets prickly and angry, like way faster than I would naturally as Susie. And sometimes I just love leaning into that tension and role-playing some anger or frustration at people. As long as it still feels in-game, it's really fun to milk those scenes. Jeeba's doing what I like to call the sheepdog work here. I love to see it. Get those guys back in line. Bark, bark, bark. We are now decidedly in two groups. I body dodged some packets, but I realize I need to pull in tighter with Tyrion due to their surrounding sweep. It's almost like a back-to-back moment until the other flanker drops and I can close in on this archer. Closing distance is a dangerous game because you likely have to soak something. With 2 hits of 50, I am down to literally 2 body points left. Quick check-in with the NPC to make sure I'm not cheating it. You can always out-of-game ask the packet throwers if anything they threw landed. It's sometimes hard to feel a packet on yourself, but whoever's throwing them tends to be tracking it really well. So double check.
70.
And that floor is done.
And then is this where
Roleplay drama is about to ensue.
If I don't have the resources in healing to top me off after the next one because I don't want to use protectives, then I'll leave.
Yeah, even if we could keep going, we're done at 10.
I make a little huffy stink about my in-game feelings. Then Gebous digs in.
I'm motivated to do another 2. But I know what I'm saying. I'm doing a good job collaborating. If you guys don't have enough healing to top me off again, then I can be done. That's fine.
Regardless of healing or not, we're just done.
You can be done. You're not the only one of this group. You can leave and we can keep doing stuff.
I'm going to be the voice of reason and say we're done at 10.
You don't speak for me or Tyrion or Noldrick.
We're done at 10.
I don't.
That's fine. You can be done at 10. I'm talking to the two people that I'm still talking to. Bye. Bye, Gebous. I'm down 70.
I know. I don't have that in memory.
Oh. What healing do you have?
Am I possessed by an asshole or no?
Me?
No, her.
Who knows?
Because you're way more aggressive than I've seen you in the past. So just make sure you're not possessed by like some weird asshole spirit.
You were getting into it with me and not listening to what I'm saying. I have an old heart on me, but it's not possessing me. What healing do you have?
Lots.
Can I have some?
like.
I have so much body. You're down.
70.
When a moment like that flies, you do an out-of-game
Are you out of
check-in.
game okay? Am I being too rude?
Out of game, I'm saying let's do this for customer service reasons. Jeebus is good to go to.
When you learn a thing,
I want more
you
people
can
to play this
adjust.
and not be greedy on mods.
Oh.
I didn't realize his pushiness was for out-of-game
Like, if something is
motivations.
out, you just, like,
It
stomp
makes
your foot at
total
me or something.
sense.
Remember that? Like, because I was trying
You
to
and I, and then we were like,
Sorry.
And then we have Nikhujo's little in-game resolution.
I really didn't.
I love y'all, nerd fam.
No, I think the survivalist thing is more important than the luck thing. So I'm cool to leave. Just had to sort that out with people who I was doing the healing from.
Stay tuned for more footage from regionals.